लंदन में ब्रिटिश पार्लियामेंट के ठीक सामने पार्लियामेंट स्क्वायर पर विश्व इतिहास की 10 बड़ी हस्तियों के स्टैच्यू लगे हैं। ऐतिहासिक हस्तियों की मूर्तियों की इस कतार में भारत के राष्ट्रपिता महात्मा गांधी की मूर्ति भी लगाई जाएगी। वैसे तो इस जगह पर महात्मा गांधी की मूर्ति लगाने की मांग काफी समय से चल रही थी, लेकिन इसका ऐलान भारत दौरे पर पहुंचे ब्रिटेन के फॉरेन सेक्रेटरी विलियम हेग और ब्रिटिश चांसलर जॉर्ज ओसबोर्न ने पिछले दिनों किया। ब्रिटेन में सभी पार्टियों के नेताओं ने इस फैसले का एक सुर में स्वागत किया है।
This is long overdue, and I think that it needs to be done. I mean, you've also got to see that, as I said, there are only 10 statues here.
Yeah.
How many foreigners are there of those statues? Jan Smuts of South Africa, Nelson Mandela. The rest are former British Prime Ministers, whether it's Churchill or Peel, they're former British Prime Ministers. Palmerston, one of the first statues here. So it is very rare that it happens. So it has taken much longer than it should have. But I'm so happy that it's happened. And if there, as I say, of the greatest people who have ever lived on this planet, Mahatma Gandhi is one of those greatest ever living human beings on this earth.
I think that the answer is thank you, George. This is a great gesture, but before you leave India, why not promise to return the Kohinoor diamond? Because that actually belongs to India and it really ought to be given back. So why don't you top off your visit by this wonderful gesture?
ब्रिटेन के अलग अलग शहरों में पहले से ही गांधी जी की 2 मूर्तियां लगी हैं, लेकिन लंदन में जो मूर्ति लगने वाली है वो बेहद ही खास है। खास इसलिए क्योंकि पिछले 200 साल के इतिहास में लंदन के पार्लियामेंट स्क्वायर में अब तक सिर्फ 10 ऐतिहासिक शख्सियतों की मूर्ति लगाई गई है। इनमें भी सिर्फ 3 शख्सियत गैर ब्रिटिश हैं। इस जगह पर अब्राहम लिंकन, नेल्सन मंडेला और जैन स्मट्स के बाद अब महात्मा गांधी की मूर्ति यहाँ लगाई जा रही है।
This is a very proud moment for all Indians all over the world. This is a very good thing, and it really feels very good that we are proud of the nation where Mahatma Gandhi comes from, and his statue being revealed over here. It's a big thing and big proud moment for all of us.
अच्छा लगता है, इंडिया का लगेगा तो सभी को पता लगेगा कि इंडिया का ये लीडर था। हम बहुत प्राउड हैं इसके लिए।
महात्मा गांधी ने ब्रिटिश शासन के खिलाफ भारत की आजादी की जंग में अहम भूमिका निभाई थी। सवाल ये है कि क्या ब्रिटेन का हर शख्स गांधी जी को इस रूप में स्वीकार करता है? सवाल ये भी है कि गांधी जी की मूर्ति लगाने का फैसला इतनी देरी से और अब क्यों लिया जा रहा है?
I think that by putting statues somewhere like this, one makes very controversial figures become very boring, and they become figures who we just all agree with. Well, Gandhi is someone who, you know, was very controversial in his own time, was an amazing leader, was a fierce critic of modern civilization, a fierce critic of industrialization, of technology, and right now India is all about those kind of things, and Britain wants to be, you know, more about those kind of things once again. And so it seems really strange that, sort of just at a time when, look, Britain wants to sell India fighter planes. Is the way to kind of persuade India to buy British fighter planes to put a statue of an icon of non-violence on Parliament Square? It doesn't make sense.
Well, I think initially the reaction will be, why on earth is this happening now? And then when people look into it and they realise that William Hague, George Osbore are in India, this is very much a gesture about maintaining links, building stronger links for the future. Clearly here in Parliament Square we already have a number of incredible historical figures with Churchill over there, Lloyd George, Nelson Mandela just over to my left. So clearly it's no surprise that they're going to put the statue here. And of course Gandhi did have strong links with London. He studied here, he lived here for a long time. So clearly London does have a connection.
महात्मा गांधी का लंदन से खास लगाव रहा है। उस जमाने में दूसरे भारतीय छात्रों की तरह गांधी जी ने भी यहाँ से पढ़ाई की थी और अब उसी शहर में उनकी मूर्ति लगाई जा रही है। अगले साल जब महात्मा गांधी की दक्षिण अफ्रीका से भारत वापसी के 100 साल पूरे होंगे, तब लंदन के पार्लियामेंट स्क्वायर में बापू की मूर्ति लग चुकी होगी और उसके बाद अक्सर बापू को याद किया जाएगा।
The committee's only just been announced, and it'll be chaired by the Secretary of State for Culture, Media and Sport here in the UK, and we will be meeting to organise everything. There is a sculptor in mind, and then of course the money has to be raised for it, and the statue we put up. But what is definite is it is a permanent statue here along with these 10 statues, and the first of these statues was put up in Westminster Square here, going back to the 1830s. 1830s. And since 1830 to today, in almost 200 years, there have only been 10 statues. So this is the 11th statue. It's very special, it's very important, because Mahatma Gandhi is one of the greatest people ever to have lived, let alone in the last century, ever to have lived.
It is expected that the statue of Mahatma Gandhi will be ready by next year and will get the company of Abraham Lincoln and Nelson Mandela right across there. Not decided, but that's the most favored spot. One would ask, why has it taken so long for this decision to come by, especially when Nelson Mandela, who was inspired by his teaching, already stands tall here. Whatever be the reason, it indeed is poetic justice, because it is right across the Houses of Parliament in the Parliament Square, someone that he fought against fearlessly for such a long time. Also, it happens in the time of Mr. Narendra Modi, to whom UK was hesitant to give visa. Whatever be the case, it is indeed an honour to be here as the first Indian in Parliament Square. Lavina Tandon for Headlines Today from London.